Okay, so it's the night before. It is Sprint Triathlon Eve. So we're getting everything together. I thought I'd show you what I have to get together. Really, it becomes laying things out for transitions, for my bags, the things that I need, and then the nutrition side of stuff. So we'll go and let's look at what I packed as far as what I need for the day. So before any triathlon sprint, anything that I do, I will just throw together everything. Okay, so I will just throw everything together, and this is what we have. I don't like to bring a lot underneath my bike, so everything that I need usually fits into this tier bag. I will pull my nutrition out, but I'll keep my nutrition in here. In this pocket, I will keep extra goggles, extra nose plugs, and an extra swim cap, just because I don't ever want to be without one. And so for the swim portion of the event, I'll put my sunscreen on before we start. But I have my tier cap, I have my tier goggles, and my nose plug in here. That's going to be all that I need. I have my tri-suit that's waiting for me in the bathroom. I have two hand towels. I think they're hand towels, but they're kind of these longer ones. They're not too big. So I'll keep one on the ground for my feet, and then I'll keep one that I can use to wipe with. I have found that any bigger towel just gets in the way and it becomes clunky. So this has been the thing that's worked for me, so I'm going to keep with it. In the transition to my bike, I'll come into the transition area for my swim. I'll throw my cap and stuff off. I will keep my socks inside of my shoes because it's just easier for me to keep track of. And then I'll have my helmet with my glasses. I will put my helmet upside down on my tri bars and just fill the stuff that I need inside of it. And that's what I'll end up having. And then I'll come off of the bike, and then I'll have my running shoes. I'll have my socks on from here. I'll have my belts. These are the best to get because they hold your number for you, and all you have to do is clip them on. And then I like to run in a visor. I find that it's the easiest to put on, and I'll usually start to put this on as I'm running, and it just makes it easier than a hat. So as far as after meal one, which I will show you guys meal one tomorrow when I make it. On the way to the event center, it's about an hour long drive, and I'm going to sip on the BPN electrolytes. I'm gonna take 2 scoops of this, so you're looking at about 1,000 milligrams of sodium if I finish it. If I don't, then I at least know that I got half in. That's the goal. So I'll put it in here, and I will drink that on the way to the arena. When I'm standing in line, I'm gonna have, for the swim, right before I get in the pool, about 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna have 1 Go Gel and just plain water that I'm gonna toss to the side. Once I get done with the swim, I'm gonna jump on the bike, and on the bike, I'm gonna have 2 scoops of the G1M Sport, because this is actually a carb drink, so I'll have about 40 grams of carbs on the bike. If for whatever reason I'm starting to feel like I'm bonking midway through, which I shouldn't, but if I ever did, I'm gonna have this in my kit just in case. When I come back from the bike, really what I like to do is on the last turn of the bike, I like to eat this going into my run. So one less thing for me to do in transition area, I'll scoop this. I'll have a plain water bottle on the T2 area, and I'll just drink that really quick, and then I'll be off. So tomorrow, it's not a lot of stuff going on as far as nutrition, but this is what the race time nutrition is gonna look like. Okay, so I'm gonna make my pre-race breakfast. So we're gonna do the Sprouts Cinnamon Raisin New York style bagels. This is gonna give me about 56 carbs. I'm gonna top it with my mango jelly and some honey and peanut butter. And in total, that's gonna give me about 75 to 85 grams of carbs, somewhere around like 5 grams of protein, and about 11 to 10 grams of fat. So I'm gonna pop this in the toaster, and I'm gonna make this before I get dressed, so then that way it's ready to go, and then I don't have to think about it. So I wanna start eating this at about 5 o'clock. We're supposed to be in the pool at about 7. So for me, just because I'll be kind of behind them, I'm not like the greatest swimmer, so I'm kind of middle of the pack for going into the water. So my start time will probably be somewhere closer to like 7:20. So I'm gonna delay eating this a little bit just because I know I'm gonna get in the water a little bit later than when the race time actually says 7. So. Okay, here we are. We're all packed up. We're getting ready to go. Husband has the bikes loaded. I got mine and his, and we're getting ready. He is making himself some breakfast. I have mine. I did my hair. We got ready, and we're gonna head out. Delicious food. We stopped at Einstein's. Normally we do donuts, but we really wanted a bagel. We stopped at Einstein's and I got a pretzel bagel with a cream cheese smear and a cold brew with light vanilla cream. So there we go. All right, guys, so we are done. Sprint is officially over. It went extremely well. I'm so excited. So this is the medal that we got for this year, our Tri-Rock medal. Super cute. I loved it. Same kind of one as last year. You can see it here. This is our one from last year, our Tri-Rock medal. So we're going to add this to the collection. Last year, I told you guys that I won first place in my age group, and I had no expectation of doing that again this year. You know, I haven't been training it as much. I've been doing a bodybuilding split. My run hasn't been great. As far as volume and things like that. So I did not have that expectation going into it. The expectation that I did have was executing our nutrition plan, which with my run coach, or not my run coach, I mean, he's all the coaches, but he's my tri coach, and executing the plan with my tri coach of nutrition today, and then also focusing on cadence in my run. Went really, really well. So normally in a sprint, I will just not eat. We're excited, and I told you I didn't have any expectation this year, but here we are, and look what happened. We got first place again in my age group. My time was almost exactly the same as last year. My fitness has held, apparently. My swim was significantly better today. I felt better. I actually lost my nose plug, and I was able to maintain my swim and the speed of it throughout the entire thing. My run was slower than last year, but I haven't been training the volume of running like I did last year at this point in time. So I was a little disappointed in my run pace, but you can't be disappointed in something that you haven't been working on. So that is going to be, you know, a thought going forward. But we walked away with an overall first place finish, and in my age group, which is 30 to 34. Next year, I will actually be in the 35-year-old division, so that might be a little bit of a different story. But the other thing that I was super proud of is I ended up getting 4th overall female of like 78 females. So again, like not too bad. The top 3 females were like 19, 23, and I think like 18, 17. So this old lady, this 34-year-old almost, held up with them. So I was really excited about that. But here we are, we're gonna add it to the collection, and thank you guys for watching and following this video, our Sprint Tri. Next week, we're just gonna show you a whole nother week of Ironman Waco training. We have swim, bike, run on repeat all week long. So see you in the next video, and let's go collect some finish lines.